Beautiful day. Much love, everybody. Can y'all? Hold on, guys. Can y'all hear me? Let me see. My avatar is not lit up, so or it's not showing. Okay, so we're gonna. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Hey, can you guys hear me? Hello, hello. My thing isn't. Um. Okay, good. Okay. Yay. Okay, guys. Okay, let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb because I forgot. All right. Beautiful day, everyone. Much love to you guys. Um, thank you guys for being here. Um, we're just going to get started. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to get started. Um, let's see. Okay. Yeah, we're going to get started. Let me do my little disclaimer before. Okay. Because, we are talking about the self-empowerment of letting go, and that involves healing. So we talk a lot about natural remedies, dealing with herbs, dealing with water, dealing with crystals, dealing with essential oils, and all that other stuff, dealing with the things of nature. I am not a licensed therapist. I'm not a medical professional. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns about any of the natural remedies that I may speak about in this broadcast, you need to talk to your primary care provider or pediatrician for your little ones. Okay, we're just here having fun, talking, and remember to take what resonates with you. You're not going to agree with everything that I say, but don't let something you don't agree with take away something that you do agree with and can help you. Take your rose petals, leave the thorns at the door, everybody. Okay. And I just want to say I really, really appreciate you guys for being here and stopping by, even if you only stop by just for 5 seconds, or if you stay for 10 minutes or whatever. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So I'm going to start with a few channel updates, and then we're going to get right into the live stream, okay, into the topic. I just want to first thank everybody for those who are voting in the community post. It's really given me a clear direction on what you guys want to talk about. And I really like that. And I like how, of course, next week we're going to be talking about trust issues. That's probably going to be a 2-part thing. Trust issues is real big for me. And what I was thinking, and the next thing was shadow work and healing, but I thought about it, and then it was inner child wounds. But what I was thinking was tackling all these topics of inner child wounds, toxic partnerships, toxic relationships, continuing our talk on depression, people pleasing, abandonment issues, and how that affects a person in their relationships, whether it's partnerships, whether it's friendships. I still got to get the narcissistic father, siblings, and partners out there. I want to deal with pregnancy loss. There are some people who really need to heal and talk about this subject. It's not for everybody. And once we start to recognize these traumas within us, then we can proceed with the shadow work, because the work is you. I'm going to say it again. This is my opinion. The work is you. The work is working and battling within you, digging up dormant toxic behaviors or patterns or wounds that we all carry. So that's the work. And after we confront all these things and these topics, we can then dive into shadow work and healing and self-compassion and self-forgiveness and stuff as we progress, So I think that will do us good. That's our aim for now. And so I think it's a good direction. Also, I'm going to start, hopefully this can be a series. I wanted to start this a while ago, but it's called Sunday Coffee Chats with Sunkist. There are some articles and things I want to talk about that I know I'm not going to be able to talk about, during the Friday live stream, because I think Friday evenings are going to be like my live stream time, because that's when I'm able to do it. And so just lighter topics, spend about 30-45 minutes talking about those things once a week. And I also, next week, I really feel like people need healing, and people need to feel like that they're not alone. And I want to take a moment next week sometime, or probably the week after, where one day next week, not a set day, we just have 10 minutes, 15 minutes where we come together, and with our intention and our attention and our focus, we just send out love, healing, our inner strength to one another, for us to have clear thinking and peace within our hearts. And our attention and our intention are really, really strong. And I think we could help one another energetically by doing that. Okay. And so, like I said, keep looking for Thankful Thursdays. I'm so thankful for those that responded, and those that keep encouraging the people in the comments for Thankful Thursdays. I'm gonna keep doing that. My lives, deep discussions, are going to definitely be Fridays around this time, every Friday, because that's when I'm able to do it. But I want to limit myself on YouTube. I'm at the point, in my journey where I'm kind of limiting myself. I don't want to. It's action time for me, and I don't want to put so much energy into not just YouTube but the internet. And I want to spend no more than 6 or 7 hours total during the week on doing that. And the other stuff I already pre-do and schedule it out anyway. So let's see. Okay, that's that. Let's go through the comments, everybody. I'm present, making supper. Oh, thank you. Good evening to you, Lisa. You inspired me to do something, to share something I'm going to be sharing here later. Much love to you. Beautiful day, Dom. Much love to you. I'm sorry, y'all. If y'all hear my squeaky chair, I'm so sorry. Beautiful day, Discog. Much love to you. Hi, Call for Zero. Much love to you guys. Much love, Frosty Broccoli. What's up, Brett? Glad that you're here. Thank you so much for dropping in. Thank you guys for letting me know that y'all can hear me, because y'all know I'll be having tech issues. Hey, beautiful day, Farah. Wow, much love. Big hugs to you. Oh, I have it. Do I still have that echo? Okay, I unplugged my thing. Hey, Britt, girl, what's up? What's up, Miss Frosty? Beautiful day. I wanted to repost one of your posts from today, but my notifications were maxed out. Much love to you. Yassine, what's up, girl? Thank you so much, Brett. Thank you guys so much. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Everybody saying hi. Hey, Malcolm, how are you? Beautiful day. I'm sorry if my chair is squeaking. What's up, Arpool? Much love to you. Okay. There we go. And we are there. Okay. So the title of this live stream, and what we're going to really be focusing on, is the self-empowerment of letting go. And there are many ways of letting go. And it's not just letting, I'm jumping ahead of myself. So anyway, we're going to go over what is letting go. What are some stuff that we need to let go, haven't let go, should let go of? Is letting go really a necessary part of life? Is it a necessary part of our healing journey? Does letting go bring growth and freedom? When do we need to let go? And as always, we're going to end with some quotes. So maybe we'll be here in between 1 and 2 hours. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. I got 3 definitions of what letting go is. Number 1, to stop thinking about or being angry about the past or something that happened in the past. That is from dictionary.cambridge.org. Another definition, a mental state of clarity where you no longer cause yourself to extra suffering. That's from mindful.org. And then here's the third one. Here's the third one. Sorry, you guys. When you are no longer reacting to the things that used to make you feel tense, and you are releasing the energies attached to certain thoughts. And that's kimagel.com. Okay, guys, why am I talking about this today? There must be a reason. There's always a reason for me talking about something. I do not like to talk about things that I haven't yet experienced or hasn't, I like to talk from experience, and the things that I talk about and what I'm healing from, I've experienced firsthand, or I've seen firsthand, or I witnessed firsthand. So there were some things that happened and inspired me this week, as far as letting go. I have been very open. You guys know that I said, especially this past month, and I did the depression video, and I've had a depression episode, mild, but a depression episode. I was feeling up and down, emotionally crying, very sad, very hurt, very frustrated, things going on, things not going right, da 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 da. And it's just, I allowed myself to process that. And then something happened. I think it was on Tuesday or Monday night. Tuesday, I think I had like one last final cry. And I was like, that's it. As something came on, and I was like, that's it. I got to let go of this. The thing in my mind said, I have got to let go of things that I cannot control. It's driving me crazy. It's making me sad. I was like, I don't like being in the state of being. I don't feel productive. And it made my blood pressure go up. It made, like I said, I don't like being in this place. And then also, I removed a bunch of stuff. My neighbors came, oh my gosh. A bunch of stuff that I wanted to be gone a couple of years ago that had this negative energetic tie to my past, to my pain, to my abuse. And finally, it got off of my land, and I felt a whole energetic shift. Guys, when I tell you that things hold on to our energies, things hold on to other people's energies. And sometimes, like when we do spring cleaning, it's not just about getting the dust out and everything else. We spring clean, we're cleansing energies as well. And so when I tell you all that stuff, with all that stuff being gone, that helped motivate me to, because I was letting go of things. I was removing things from myself, and I ordered, and I received my new shadow workbook and cards that, as we progress, I'm going to be doing my own shadow work and shadow healing, and sharing it with you guys. And then I just realized I was finally ready to let go of things, and I realized that I was really finally I always blame myself for how people feel or think, or what they're thinking about me. What did I, well, especially in times past, I've been a whole lot better at it. But I found myself within the past couple of months and here lately, I'm like, what did I do? What have I done? Who did I offend? Questioning myself all up in my head. And I just said, I need to stop beating myself up over people's actions or inactions toward me or toward themselves, and because I can't control it, or in environments or situations, that I'm in, physically, I can remove myself from that, Let's see. No, I will not be doing a 12-hour stream. I don't think I will ever be able to do a 12-hour stream. I'll go. Anyway. And so, like I said, I felt that huge energetic shift. I had a nice, huge cry on Tuesday, and all that stuff got gone. And then I just felt like this huge energetic shift. And I mean, I was like, girl, what are you doing? Where have you been? I'm so glad you're back. You know what I'm saying? And so also, I was in the kitchen and I was cooking. This really got me thinking about let it go. Okay, I was in the kitchen, I was cooking, and I had my little playlist on, and the song "Let It Go" from the movie Frozen. Now I'm gonna stop right there. I know some of y'all be like, "Don't be watching movies. Don't be watching these movies." Like I said before, movies are a way for me when I don't want to go as heavy. I like watching certain movies. And then I also watch movies to learn things. They put truth in things and they are empowerment to me. And so I want to say that although, to some people, they feel like maybe the system can screw with their minds, this matrix system can screw with your minds with movie and music. It's not that way for me. It's empowering to me, depending on what I'm listening to. And so I watch movies. And this movie, Frozen, actually, me and my daughters had a very powerful moment of empowerment while we were going through so much when I first asked my ex-husband to leave, and our lives were changing and we were trying to adapt to the new normal for us. We were watching Frozen, and as the song was playing, we were crying, me and my daughters, and we were standing firm because we were letting something go. And so it was a powerful moment. And so let's see. I don't know. It was very powerful. And after that, we found a way to talk about what it was. And so I'm gonna read the lyrics, guys. It's very powerful. Beautiful day. Let me see. Hey, Gretchen. Much love, mamas. Okay, ain't none of my business. Okay, I'm learning that. Oh, okay, thank you. Okay, I know people are like, oh, the kids movies. Let me tell you, let me read you the words of this song. Okay, let me get through here, and then I'm gonna read you the words of this song. Okay, it's called Let It Go. It's Frozen. For those that don't know what it is, Frozen, spoiler alert, these two sisters, and one has this like snow, ice capabilities and powers that was deemed, evil, and she had to hide herself. But anyway, so the lyrics go: the snow glows white on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen. A kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. Woo, child. The wind is howling like the swirling storm inside. The wind is howling like this swirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in. Heaven knows I tried. Don't let them in. Don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Oh, I can relate to that. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Well, now they know. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway. Second verse. It's funny how some distance makes everything seem small, and the fears that once controlled me can't get to me at all. It's time to see what I can do to test the limits and break through. No right, no wrong, no rules for me. And then she's let it go, let it go. I am one with the wind and sky. Let it go, let it go. You'll never see me cry. Here I stand and here I stay. Let the storm rage on. And then last verse. My power flurries through the air into the ground. My soul is spiraling in frozen fractals all around, and one thought crystallizes like an icy blast. I'm never going back. The past is in the past. Let it go, and I'll rise like the break of dawn. Let it go, let it go. That perfect girl is gone. Here I stand in the light of day. Let the storm rage on. And she throws her hair back and she said, the storm, the cold never bothered me anyway. Let me tell you something. When I say that hit hard, and when I tell you I was singing in the kitchen, because I be having little mini concerts in the kitchen, me and my kids, if y'all were to see me and my children, we are singing, we are laughing, we burst out in song. That's just what we do here. But it was so powerful how she said she was finally letting go people's expectations, what people thought of her, what people thought of her magic abilities. She said she didn't care. And so that was a big part of me wanting to talk about letting it go. And then after that, I went in to give my oldest daughter a hug. And guess what shirt she was wearing? She was wearing a Frozen shirt with the two sisters, Elsa. And I said, that's just confirmation for me. Things like that don't happen for no reason. So that's why we're here tonight. Okay, so let me take a drink, everybody. And as I take a drink, we'll go through these comments here. Yes. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. That's somewhat what I was thinking, Gretchen. The cold never bothered me anyway. I love it. Okay, beautiful day, Crystal Shaman. Kitchen. I'm glad I'm not the only one. So anyway, so I wanted to also share some things that I have been doing or saying that have been energizing me over the past couple of weeks. And I wasn't going to share this online, but then Lisa, you just you really did inspire me. And I thought to myself, well, I need to share it. I was inspired to write it my way from Elizabeth. From Elizabeth, when she had that power, when she first came online and taught and gave that powerful whatever. And I wrote my own like affirmations or sayings for myself. And I also wrote my own declaration. So I'm going to share that right now. Love Frozen. All right. Much love to you, Dom. Have a good night. Okay. So here are some things that I try to say daily as I stand in my power, as I stand. And when I say standing in my power, okay, I'm jumping ahead of myself. Let me not. Okay, here we go. I am not responsible for the actions or inactions of another person towards me or themselves. I am committed to my own inner healing for my own growth, expansion, and self-empowerment. The forward-moving actions in my life are from me, for me. The loving, healing energies I pour unto others, I bathe in them daily. My healing is my priority and my responsibility. My self-love and healing journey is not linear and does not have a particular order or outline. My days I feel defeated and I feel like I've taken some steps back are just a bad day, and it doesn't define me, my journey, or my progress. It's okay to not be okay. I no longer tolerate those who are insensitive to my scars, my pain, my past, and my wounds that I'm healing. People who do not show me the same patience and grace and love I show them, I will match their energy and go about my way. How I allow people to treat me is my responsibility. And if I fail to set, maintain, and enforce my healthy boundaries for my own well-being, then I fail myself. And I'm not doing that anymore for anybody, period. I see my beauty internally. I see the beauty that's in me internally, and that radiates as love, compassion, strength, and a priceless power. And I know my value and my worth in all situations and in every relationship, friends, family, partnerships, whatever I will no longer accept anything less than the value of my worth, which I deserve. Here's my declaration. Okay. I am no longer a victim or product of this matrix or any of its systems, seen or unseen, or the people they use to enforce it. I set myself free by my own will and power, self-love, self-forgiveness, my inner peace and power. I do this on this side of the matrix called life and on the other side of the matrix called death. I call back all of my power and my voice from each lifetime I have lived. I declare healing and self-forgiveness over all of my lifetimes, freeing myself from the chains of manipulation of my emotions over those lifetimes. I am free because I am my own savior. I needed a hero, so I became one myself. I release myself from this matrix because I'm my own damn key. Everything I need from wisdom, love, power, and strength is found within me. I am the goddess, empress, queen of my consciousness. Nobody, nothing has dominion or control over me. My pain, my love, and guilt and shame will no longer be used as a tool against me to manipulate me into staying or participating in situations and environments with people, energies, and entities and all in between that don't align with my true self and my well-being in the physical and spiritual, in this matrix or wherever I may go, in every aspect, in every version of my formed consciousness, whether physical or spiritual. I am greater than any spoken written language, and your word spells slide over me like water. I don't need to tell you the system. I don't need to tell you the system anything else. The act of me saying I free myself from all that manipulation and all that control or trying to keep me from me is power enough, because I have become aware. I have awakened and I have spoken. I am a beautiful, majestic, powerful energy source that will no longer feed the system. The return to myself, the return to me is all I see. And how I return is by going only within me. I go within me to return to me. The savior of my soul is me. I said what I said. I meant what I said. By my power, healing, love, guidance, and truth, so mote it be. So that's my declaration. That's what I said, and that's how I feel. Okay? That's how I feel. People might not agree with that. People might not stand with that, but I wrote that from my inner self, my well-being, and that's where I am. And that's where I'm being guided for myself, to get back to myself. I'm tired of looking. I spent so much time, and this is open conversation anyway. I spent so much time in a religion. I spent so much time going outside of myself. I spent so much time relying on other people to tell me how to free myself when I am the person that frees me. I don't need a savior. I'm my savior. I don't need a locksmith to make me a key. I am the key. I don't need somebody to tell me you have power, but you are limited. When I'm getting to the point where I hear people say I'm powerful, but then say you're limited. You are putting limitations on your power. And I'm going to say this. Give me just a minute to go into a little thing. I have done so much in my life. I have spoken so much into my life. I had to step back and see. It wasn't the matrix that allowed me, maybe it was, allowed me a little power here and there, but I have moved things myself with my intention and saying, I'm not doing this. I'm not going to war. Okay, I don't give a crap what people say. What people say about Neville Goddard. Let me take off my sweater for this. What people say about Neville Goddard. I love Neville Goddard. I love his work. I love it because he didn't need no middleman. And I don't take some of the words he uses, the Bible, whatever. I did what Neville Goddard did to get himself out of World War I. Malcolm, it was World War I, right? To remove himself from that. I did the same thing 60 plus years later, and I had never heard of Neville Goddard. It was something that was within me. Okay. And I look at it this way. I would better serve this matrix system if I had went to war. If I had came back damaged in my heart, damaged in my body, damaged in my soul, because I would have been a depressed person. I would have been a lost person. I would have been a hopeless person. I wouldn't have been a person that's sitting here right now. Although I have my battles, although I have my depression, although I'm still battling things internally with things that have happened to me, traumatic events, I'm still a powerful person. I'm still a powerful being. You know, and so just as Neville, I'm going to do a quick recap. Neville did not want to go to World War I. I understand his reasoning. He said, I can't stop the war, but I don't want no part of this. I want to be with my family. So Neville began to imagine himself at home every night in a certain way. He began to picture himself in his apartment with his wife, with his daughter, because that's where he wanted to be. And he had tried the regular route by doing the paperwork for first line supervisor, chain of command, and they denied him. Okay. They denied him. Okay. Thank you, World War II. Okay. They denied it. So he did this for 7 or 9 days straight, picturing himself, feeling himself, knowing that he was going to go home. And 7 or 9 days later, he gets his discharge papers from the commander that told him no, that denied him. Okay. Fast forward to the 2000s. Okay. I don't know nothing about, I was a Christian at this time. I didn't pray to God. I didn't pray to Jesus. I didn't pray to anybody. Something told me, Sunkiss, I didn't want to go to war because I had just learned about some things about the war. I didn't want to go to war with people because it was killing people on both sides, innocent people, children, and other things that I'm not going to get into in this live. So I began to tell myself, I'm not going. I'm not going. I told myself that. I would tell people I'm not going. I was in 3 units and we were on the brink. We were on the brink of getting ready to go to training. And, my sergeant was like, you are going. I'm signing paperwork. If I died, then my parents would get this. I would give this to my sisters, going through all this other stuff. And then I get out of the blue, they decide to make a new brigade. So they have to pull soldiers from everybody's battalion. Guess what? Sunkiss got pulled. Out of all those cooks in my battalion, Sunkiss got pulled. So I stayed in the rear detachment that time. Fast forward another 1.5 years. I'm in a new unit, this new brigade, this new battalion. They're getting ready to deploy. I'm like, I'm not going because I'm not fixing to come back. And during that time, I lost an uncle, a great uncle that was a Vietnam vet. He, saw things and got shot. He was drafted. He saw things that no human being should have to witness. So I said, I'm not going. I saw friends come back. This is so hurtful. I saw friends come back broken in the body and in the mind and in the heart. And I was like, I'm such a soft-hearted person. I said, I will get myself or somebody killed. And I said, the reasoning behind this, I don't stand. I'm not going. So here we go again. Yes, you are going. I'm not going. Signing paperwork. Yes, you are. Okay. Again, they pulled certain people to start a new company. Guess what? Out of all the people in my battalion, again, they pulled Sunkiss to join and start a new company. The third time, so I guess it was 4 times, because the third time I was supposed to deploy with this new company, I used all my leave days and got out. The last time I was supposed to deploy, I was actually in the middle of training. And this is where I stood up again. I'll go deeper details. This is where I had so much opposition against my brigade and my brigade command. Okay. And they were like, you going? I said, I'm not. They, and then I was telling them about certain things being wrong. I was telling them they were manipulating the Bible in order to whatever a people, it wasn't right. That was such a trying, hard time for me because everybody in my brigade, which my brigade was about 3,500 to 4,000 people, everybody but like 5 people, which I'm so used to people, really having, really enjoying me, liking me, whatever. But for the first time, about 3,500 people hated me. And they were sending my commanders, they were sending my brigade sergeant commander to talk to me, to manipulate me, to try to disempower me, to try to make me stand out of my square. And I said, no. I said all that to say, they tapped on the barracks door after 3 weeks of training. And they were like, you're going, my commander and my first sergeant wanted to see me. They said I was lowering the morale of the soldiers. I wasn't good. I was going home. That was 4 times I said I wasn't going to war. I didn't pray to Jesus. I didn't pray to God. I didn't pray to nobody. I told myself that wasn't going to happen. Was it the Matrix giving me a slide? I don't know. But the Matrix, I feel like if it was the Matrix, they would have I would have served them energetically better being deployed, coming back a hot mess, if y'all know what I mean. So I'm not going to let anybody tell me that I cannot change my circumstances. And I'm not saying that this place is what it is. It's not a good place to me. If you have systems in place to hold people where children are abused, children are neglected, people are being hurt, you grinding this is not a place of freedom to me. And this system is what it is. But like Neville said, I can't change the war, but I can change my circumstance. And by you changing your circumstance, this is where I used to say this all the time, sitting in the eye of the storm, you see the swirling wind and the storms around you. You are observing it, but you are safe within your own eye of the storm. I cannot save everybody, but by me tapping into my power, it will spark something into the person next to me. And they're like, damn, she said this and she's so powerful. I want to do just, and then when I read what Neville did, I said, I want to understand more of what he's talking about. And Neville might be on his own thing. I took my rose petals from him and left the thorns. Neville said in this last lifetime, he said, I'm not coming back here no more. I'm not coming back here no more. I'm not coming, and I'm declaring that I'm not coming back here no more. And then we get into, and then I've been sitting here thinking about watching these videos, reading different articles, and hearing people when they talk about love is the entrapment. Love keeps you trapped here. So people steer away from love or their version of what they think love is. And they say, love is go trap you here. Damn it, is this even supposed to be talked about right now? I'm sorry. It says open conversation, because this is what I have been thinking. But it's not just love. I'm not just worried about, oh, they're going to send my sister or my aunt to try to manipulate me into staying. They know that's not going to work. So what will happen, in my opinion, everybody that's saying love is the entrapment, stay away from love. Have you done the healing? Just as love can be an entrapment, your pain, your trauma, your anger, your guilt, your shame that you haven't tapped into, that you haven't dealt with, that I haven't dealt with, will be used against you. People want to worry about if they go see their dog, or if they go see their great-great-grandma in their face, or if they go meet, whoever to try to manipulate you. What if it's you that you see? And the you that you see is all that hurt and pain that you did not do. All the guilt, all that self-love that you did not try to heal. It's not just love that can manipulate you. Your pain can be used against you as well. And then you get there, you hadn't done the work on yourself, because the work is you. The work is you. And this is something I have been thinking about. I'm not saying this for anybody else. This is what feels right and true for me. This is why I said I got to get on this. So if you have not dealt with you, you might face you. And then you go be like, There's the manipulation. There's the, I got to go back. I got you. The system got you. The system had you thinking love is going to keep me here. Having children is going to keep me here. Me having attachments is going to keep me here. And I'm not saying anything. Let me stop. Let me stop. I'm not saying anything against people who don't have love, or who don't want to have love, who don't want to have relationships, who don't want to have children, if you don't want that, that's great. That's your journey. But don't think that by you not having those attachments, if you haven't dealt with the pain in you, that those energies won't be brought to you. And we talk about energy attachments that are going to be on the other side. Honey, those energy attachments, these beings that are attached to your energetic body, are the pain, is the abuse, is the neglect, is the hurt, is the trauma. Those are the beings that are attached to you. I said this so many times, and I'm not the only one that says it. Don't think I'm not the only one that says it. But we talk about cleansing the body so much. We have bodies, and we have bodies. We have an energetic body, and we might just shed. When we shed this body, we jump right into that energetic body. And the things that are attached to us energetically are going to swoop with us when we fly into our energetic body. I don't know all the proper whatever. So the things that you have not dealt with, or the things that I have not dealt with, is attached to you. Goodness gracious. The work is you, and it starts with you, and it starts with your healing. Oh my goodness. That's just my opinion. We cannot push this under the rug. We cannot push this under the, at least for me. I'm getting to the time of year where, I'm thinking y'all know this. I've lost my sister and my aunt. It's that time of year where it's that time of year. And people think that you have time to do this. People think you got time to do that. I'm young. I'm 20. I'm 30. I'm 45. I got time. You never know. Okay? You could go out and you can get into, your car could malfunction and you can get ejected like my aunt did from her car at the age of 20. And you won't have no more time left. And the things that you keep putting off, the things that I keep putting off, I'm telling you what I'm telling myself. The things, the people pleasing, the feeling guilty about stuff that I keep putting on and keep putting off will be attached to me. And I won't be prepared for them throwing it up in my face. On the other side, it's not just love that can anchor you. All these things can anchor you. That's what I'm saying. People are, when you're only preparing for one part of the battle. That's like when I said, I don't know when I said this, but as a soldier, you don't just, you are trained to be a soldier, yes, but you're also trained to render first aid to yourself or your battle buddy. You're trained in your MOS, the job that you're going to do. You're trained on your weapon. Some people have one or two weapons. You're trained on many things. So you can't just focus on one thing as a soldier. You cannot just focus on one thing as a soldier. And like I say, people are always talking, I'm going to go to war. I'm going to go to battle. I'm like, you ain't ready for war. You ain't even I haven't even dealt with the war inside of my own being, but I want to go to war outside of myself. I had to say, make that make sense, Sunkiss. How am I go battle when I haven't even calmed the storms, healed the wounds, and won the battle within me? Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Let me go through these. Let me see. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm sorry, y'all. Wow, I was talking a lot. Okay, thank you, Malcolm, for looking that up. Okay. Okay. I don't need no slave master telling me when I'm free, when I know I'm free. And forgive me for getting crunk. I want us healed. I want us free. I have said this on this channel. I want to stand it in our own power, that solar plexus power. Okay? And when we're talking about war and the things of war, of freeing myself, freeing my soul, or trying to help free somebody else, I get passionate. I'm not gonna be sitting here like if I was a slave on the plantation. Come on, guys, we need our freedom. Yay. No, give me my damn freedom and stop manipulating me. Okay? Okay. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. That's right. That's right. Beautiful day, Mary. Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay. So I may be standing alone on this bandwagon, but this life taught me how to stand alone. I've stood alone in so many things. I'm used to it now. I'm so sorry. My chair is so squeaky, guys, if y'all hear. You can love without attachments. I love my children so much. Okay? I love my children so much. Hold on just a second. Hold on. I love them so much. But I'm teaching them about these things. I'm teaching them about this inner power. I'm teaching them, and then I'm going to say this. We have power. When we say I'm so powerful, I'm so powerful. Yes, we have power, but do we know how to utilize it? That's like somebody having a flamethrower who's never thrown. You got the power, you got the fire, but you don't know how to use it. You haven't worked on it. You haven't trained on it. We are that flame. We are that fire. We have that naturally within us. But we can't just say, I'm powerful, boom, boom, boom. If you ain't never tapped into your power before, if the system has held us down and lied to us about our power and we've never really used it, you can't just go out there and say, I'm powerful, here's my flamethrower, bam. You go out there, you or me, when I say you, I mean we, go out there with your flamethrower power and get yourself and get everybody around you killed because you haven't done the work. The work is you. This is my opinion. The work is you. The work is that hidden trauma. The work are those energy attachments that are attached to us. The pain, the anger, the pride, the guilt, the shame, the disappointment, the hatred. You haven't given yourself compassion. You haven't had self-forgiveness for yourself. That's the work. And nobody can do the work but you. I can't heal you. You can't heal me. You don't know the depths of my scars. You don't know the depths of my wounds. You don't know the toxic traits and behaviors that Sunkist has got to change. The work is you. And until we begin to realize that we have power, but we don't know how to use it. In order for us to step into that power, we've got to heal and we've got to acknowledge being on this plane of existence. There is something to be healed within you. Some people need more healing than others, but there's some healing that needs to be had. That's just my opinion. And I stand in it because that's what my inner knowing, my instincts are telling me. So your instincts may be telling you, Sunkist, you're a fucking nut job. I'm never listening to you again. Good. Listen to if your instincts telling you don't listen to Sunkist, please, 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 please listen to your inner self, listen to your inner wisdom, and listen to your guidance. Because for your path and your journey and where you need to head and how you need to build up your strength, I might not be the one for you. And I don't take it personal. I say choose you above anything. And I'm learning that people will choose themselves above you. So I got to choose me. You have to choose you. Okay. If you let it. That's right, Mary. Beautiful day, JJ. I hope you're doing well. So good to see everybody. JJ, if you're out driving, I really hope you're doing well. Oh my gosh. Thank y'all for letting me have that moment, y'all. Oh. Okay. Everybody is doing well. I'm so glad to see everybody. Thank you guys. Even those that popped in, those who are watching in the shadows, I appreciate you. Those who are watching in the shadows and sending me, beautiful, peaceful energy. If you watching in the shadows and you sending some type of energy my way, that's negative or harmful for my well-being, I send it right back to you. Bam. Okay. Okay. Yes. Prepare to let go and release it all. Exactly. Good night. 4 feet of snow. I would just fall over, child. Mary, that's how I was in Korea. When I saw snow like that for the first time, I'm from Texas. I was like, what is this? I'm not going to make it. Much love. Anyway, yes, it's never promised. Never promised. We got to stop. We got to stop playing with time. We got to stop saying, I'm going to do this, something, I'm going to do this tomorrow. 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 Or your morning, that morning that you woke up could have been your last morning, could have been that person's last morning. I'm telling you the truth. Thank you, Brett. And that's something I need to work on with myself. Always saying sorry. That's something when you're a people pleaser, or when you what is that called? When you're whatever, you're always apologizing. I need to work on that. I need to really work on that. Be stronger in that. Goodness gracious. Okay. Thank you, Crystal. Oh, and that's what we're here to do. And my fire might, and I'm gonna say this, my fire might not like somebody's fire. Because I like how Ian says, he talks about we might not have the same natures as other people. And Farah, you and I talked about this, about our nature. My nature might not be your nature. My fire might be like, makes you want to, So find people who help set you on fire. Get around those people that help set you on fire. But you got to, and once we do that and we're building each other up and healing along the way, my big thing is we do that to the goal is we do that and we help one another, but we get to the point where we could be a soldier by ourselves and we know how to fight by ourselves, because at the end of the day, it's going to be you by yourself. It's going to be me by myself. I'm not going to have Lisa. I'm not going to have Crystal. I'm not going to have Malcolm. I'm not going to have JJ. Y'all not going to have Sunkiss. Y'all not going to have Billy. It's going to be you. It's going to be me standing by myself, standing by yourself. So we got to learn to get comfortable with ourselves and dig deep within ourselves. Okay? And that's what we're doing. Digging deep, the ugly parts of ourselves that we don't want to see, or that we don't want to bring up. We don't want other people to see. I want all the ugliness of me to be put on the table. Oh, thank you. Oh, Crystal. Okay. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay. Let me see. I have little notes because I have those moments. Okay, yep. Saying this is where I'm going, and this is what it is. This is what it is for me. And then I read this article, so I'm gonna read bits and pieces of this article about letting go. That talks about letting go, when to let go, and then we're gonna have letting go quotes. And y'all know when I start doing quotes, y'all know what it is. That it's gonna be almost quitting time. So, oh my gosh, we've been here almost an hour with my squeaky chair. Oh my goodness. Just getting started. Okay. Oh, thank you. Be careful. I know you are. Thank you, Gresham. Okay, that's something else. I didn't have this on the thing, but people pleasing. People pleasing to my own demise. People pleasing almost killed me. And I mean it. Okay, I think that's going to be, hold on, let me put that as a note. Because that's something else we're going to get into. Those who have never been a people pleaser, you probably will be like, what the hell was wrong with y'all? But that it's something, we all have our issues we need to work on. Yes, I need to stop saying I'm sorry, and I need to stop wearing the weight of other people's things. I've always done that. I always wear the weight, and it's not my responsibility. And it's because I'm so motherly. I do that. It's a good habit, but a bad habit. So I can't take responsibility for anybody but myself and the three little ones I have here right now until they become grown adults and they take responsibility for themselves. I can only take responsibility and accountability for myself. Uh, let's see. Let's see. So I'm sorry. I know this is not a topic with this conversation, but yes, well, that all depends. Let me tell you, this is why I don't have trust issues. I'm gonna get into this in the trust issue thing. I used to do tarot readings just for like family, friends, and things like that. And it's like I've always had this knowing. We all have that knowing, but tuning into that knowing. And I'm gonna say this again for those who are like, "Oh, Sunkiss. Sunkiss is tapping into the devil, and she's tapping into old dark energies with the tarot cards are evil." Okay, the tarot cards for myself, I can only speak for myself. The tarot cards are they have a base, meaning for the cards. And then you do it intuitively. You see things and you hear things and you feel things. The tarot cards are just a reflection of your inner knowing or the inner knowing that you're doing for somebody else. So I do that, but then it got to a point I was doing that for people and people were not liking that it wasn't all, happy, joy, especially when my girlfriends would come to me and ask me to do a reading about, this dude they were talking to. And I'm like, you already know within yourself that you don't need to be with him. And then we do the reading and the cards be flying and they're like, no, cheating, this and that. And so I had a lot of people get mad at me for the reading not being what they wanted it to be. So I stopped doing it for people. And I do it for myself to understand myself. I do it for a deeper understanding relationship with my children. But then I also sometimes, and this has happened in my YouTube world, somebody's face would get, like, a picture of them would get put in my mind where I've been questioning, I don't feel like this person's energy is matching what they're putting on, and the cards will fall out and it'll confirm my inner knowing. Anyway, so I don't know. I might see. I love you too, mamas. You were always a people pleaser. I just want to respectfully say no to other people's men. It's very beneficial. Those who matter don't mind. Exactly. And if you don't mind, and if me saying no to you causes you to get an attitude with me saying I'm not going to take this anymore causes you to be mad at me, then maybe, yeah, it's a good thing. If me saying no because it's for my well-being and you get mad, I had to let people go because of that. Okay, so you mad? Okay. There were 3 men in the bottom following the stars. Okay, and thank you. And they say it was wrong. Ugly true. I'm not down with beautiful lies. Okay. Okay, thank you, Mary. And then not wanting to face their own truth. And it's the truth that they already knew, Crystal. I'm not doing anything. It's the truth that they already knew. We all have our way of tapping into ourselves. I just use tarot, oracle cards, and other things for myself as a physical representation of those things. So, okay, let's get back to it. Let me take a drink, yeah, guys. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for your patience. And if you're getting something from this, from what I'm saying, if you're getting something from what I'm saying, please like the video. Only if you're benefiting. Only if you're benefiting from what I'm saying, I will ask you guys to like that. But I highly recommend that you make sure you're resonating in tune with the people that you're liking their video, you're liking their channel, because you are aligning yourself energetically with people and you're giving your energy and swapping energies with people. That's just me. That's just what I feel. Okay. Okay. This article is called What It Means to Let Go and Why It's an Essential Part of Healing. This is by Young Pueblo from mindful.org. And this article was put out October 4th, 2024. Oh, 2022. My bad. Look at that. Okay. To simply let past self dominate your present day thoughts, your words, and actions is to miss out on fully living your life. Doing this, living in your past, living in your hurt, living in the pain, living in the guilt and shame and toxic patterns of yourself or myself, means you are stuck in a loop. This is another thing. This article got me really thinking a couple of weeks ago of how I was looping, and how it's not just looping in this system or getting out of this matrix system by not looping. I have got to stop looping these behaviors. I have got to stop looping these toxic patterns or these energies of pain and guilt that I'm carrying about certain different things. This looping is just as important as me looping back into another lifetime. You know, it's about breaking free from cycles, and we start by breaking free from cycles here. If we don't break, let me say something. If I don't break cycles now, what makes you think when you get to the other side, you just go magically start breaking cycles? If you can't break patterns now, if you can't break guilt now, if you can't do that now, how are you just go magically do it on the other side? You're still the same you know? We got to start breaking these cycles right now. So that was screaming to me. You're going to be stuck in a loop where you are repeatedly replaying the past and strengthening patterns that don't necessarily support your happiness, and reinforcing the past toxic patterns, the past unhealed traumas, the past pain and hurt and anger and trust issues. Hello. I have major trust issues, but there's a reason why I have major trust issues, you know? So I got to figure out, and we're going to talk about these things, because I'm so glad there's more than one person that has trust issues, like, it can understand why I'm not so quick to trust people and not get offended. I'm so glad that there are people here who have, not that I'm glad that y'all have trust issues, but I'm so glad that there are people here who understand why y'all come in here. I'm be like, hey, but I'm not down like that. Like, I got to observe. My heart has been hurt too much. My back is like covered in scars from the very ones that were supposed to love me, stabbing me and leaving me repeatedly. So I got trust issues. So I'm not quick to be like, oh, and I'm glad you guys understand that and don't hold that against me. But we're going to dig deep into those things, and we're going to overcome, and we're going to heal those things. Okay, let's continue. It keeps you stagnant, which may be easy in the moment because the past is familiar, but ultimately does not serve you well. The river of life wants to move you toward embracing change. And this is something I put in there. True healing brings change. If you are not changing in your life, you are not even close to healing. That comes from personal experience. Okay? That comes from personal experience. If you are doing the same thing and you talking about change and healing, if I look at somebody and they're talking about healing in their life, but they're still in the same spot, then there's not, that was me. You know, that was me, guys. Tell me something, I'm healing, positivity, and was stuck in the same spot. It wasn't true healing. True healing causes movement, which causes you to change things and aspects about yourself, which causes you to change your life, which causes you to move from your comfort zone. You are in your unknown territory. It's very easy to stay, just like the article said, to stay in the past because it's familiar. It might not always be safe and comfortable, but it's familiar. When you truly want to start healing, you will change your life. And that's the same thing what we talk about with truth. When people truly want truth and they beg for truth, your life is going to change, you know? Okay. Sunkiss, get through the article already. Okay. Letting go takes time. To be able to chip away at these old reactions that keep coming up and chart a new course in our behavior is a long road to travel. That is why it is a journey. Often the conditioning that we accumulate becomes dense and packs into the mind like hardened cement from times long ago. Unconsciously, we carry these thick layers of concrete as patterns that keep affecting us in the present. It is completely possible to heal and let go, but it serves us best to be realistic about how much we carry inside of us and how long it will take to fully rewire the mind and truly heal. And it's a different timetable, different time period for everyone. You know what I'm saying? It's a different timetable for everyone. It takes time because, for instance, somebody so-and-so's internal wound may be 3 feet deep, but I have a 14-foot deep internal wound of trust issues. Although we have the same issue, me and Michelle or something, we have trust issues. Her trust issue is only 3 feet deep, and I am carrying a 14-foot deep wound. She's going to be able to heal and grow faster because she doesn't have that many layers to dig through and to heal from. I, on the other hand, have all 14 feet of layers to dig through, to pull up, and then to begin to heal and process. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you can't look at people and people who judge you. You need to have been over that. I got over it like this. Well, this might not have affected you in this way. I might have put up with this for 15 years. This is 15 years of wounds that I have that I need to work through. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Healing is not possible without patience, and we must accept that letting go is a gradual process. It's not going to happen overnight. That's why we got to remind ourselves it's not linear. It's a journey. It's something. We're going to have our good days. We're going to have our bad days. We're not going to beat ourselves up for having a bad day or having a bad moment, or I'm in a depressive episode and I feel like I'm stepping back. Don't beat yourself up. Letting go is not a one-time event. It is a habit that requires consistent repetition to become strong. Sometimes the reaction to the pain is so deep that we have to observe and release the tension repeatedly to fully cleanse the wound. Patterns for specific types of behaviors can be so firmly rooted that during our healing process, we may feel that the same issues keep coming up for us to work on. We may even feel like we aren't making progress. We just talked about that because of the persistent patterns. But in reality, we are making progress. We are just getting the opportunity to release deeper layers of the same material. Okay, let me go through this. Oh, much love. Thank you for being here, Britt. Thank you so much, Crystal. Looping and trauma. I feel so empowered. That is so true. Looping and trauma. And if we don't fix that, we're gonna create patterns. It might be different situations. You might move to a different city, but you haven't changed within yourself. And so we get in situations, we get in relationships, we get in friendships, we get in jobs, and we're looping the same type of patterns. And we're still looping because we haven't done the work. Spot on, Farah. Awareness and constant observance needed. Check yourself to stop the cycle. Exactly. And only you can stop your cycle. Nobody can stop you from cycling. You have got to say enough is enough. I got to get off this roller coaster. I can scream, get off, until I'm like blue in the face. But you have to get off. You have to want to change. And I found, and this is from personal experience, like if you have somebody with a substance abuse problem, they have to change for themselves. I don't want nobody to say, I'm a change for you, Sunkiss. No. You have to have that drive and want to change within you. You have to get to that point. And to me, that's that point where you're sick and tired of being sick and tired of what you're sick and tired of. And when you get to that point, then you step into it and you want to be committed to the change because it's for you. Never change for anybody else and never try to change somebody else. Okay? I had to do this. If they're not willing to change and see that they're hurting you physically, hurting you emotionally, hurting you spiritually, hurting those around you, if they're not willing to change for that, they're not going to change. They have to change for themselves. With that energy, I might have to chill after. Okay, Axis, much love. I'm so glad you're here. I've been sending just love and peace and healing and comfort for you and everything and the situations and yeah. So glad you're here. Just not getting back when I'm still okay. Oh my gosh. And sometimes when you see a certain person that you were so close to that like not only kept stabbing you in the back, if you see at least for me, I could see somebody and I'll be like, dang, and then my wound will start bleeding again. And I'm like, dang, I thought I was over that. I got to work on me. I got to work on me. I'm going to shed some tears because that hurt. But it's okay. I'm not going to stay down long because I know better now. You know? Wow. Okay. Oh. Ow. Woo, Mary. Yes. One by one, they will fall away. Yes. Thank you guys for y'all's beautiful comments. Okay. Much love. What's up, Tommy? Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Much love. Much love, everybody. Thank you. I really do appreciate you because okay, my phone is doing that little freezing thing again, guys. Hold on, guys. Don't freeze on me. It's freezing. I hope you guys can hear me. But anyway, there we go. Beautiful day, admin. Good to see you. I forgot what I was going to say. Just like that. Thank you, guys. Oh, your attention. That is why the system wants your attention, wants my attention, wants our attention and intention. They use our attention to get us to focus on something, to create the intention that they want, and we produce it. They're using our power against us in this forsaken place. You know? At least that's what I think. I could be wrong. What do I know? Exactly. That's right. Yeah, what do I know? I don't know. But I do know one thing. I'm going to tell you this from experience on the physical, because it's physical, it's spiritual, energetic, it's emotional. I'm going to tell you this. How we can physically see if you have been abused, whether physically, mentally, emotionally by somebody, you know that your abuser will manipulate you, your love against you, your pain. You will become small. You won't have your voice, even though you were powerful. We give that power away and they take that power. Okay. So physically we can see that, but let me tell you something. Something happens when you say, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of being abused, being neglected, being taken for granted, being talked about, being lied on, being lied to. When you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, you finally, when you get that energy, that power starting within you. Now, mind you, after all these years of this abuse, after all these years of the abuse of the system, after all these years of the abuse of your abuser, you finally stir up that power that has been dormant within you. It hasn't left you. And so you finally, that first step lights you. You say, enough is enough. There's something powerful about telling your abuser, I ain't taking your shit no more. I can't tell you how it feels and how empowering it feels to tell somebody that has abused you, mistreated you, and you take your power back and you say, you get the hell out. There is something powerful in that. And your abuser, whoever it may be, is like, whoa, they're shocked. I never thought you would say that. I thought I could keep abusing you. Okay, on the other side, you get to the other side and you stand there in your power and everything that you are, because you did the work, you did the healing, you did the process, and you know the power within you, and you look them in their faces, that energy gets thrown off and you say, I stand in my power. Get the hell out of my way. It's the same thing, because that energy that your abuser is using is the energy that is pouring down from these beings in the astral, in the spirit realm. They're just using this person to do it to you physically. So when you're able to stand up, I'm telling you the truth. They don't want you to know your power, but you got to understand how to handle that power. You can't be reckless with that power. You got to train that power. You got to build it up. And they don't want us to do that. They want us to be distracted. So you got to say, I'm tired of going outside. I trust me. I trust me. I trust that inner knowing that's here with me right now. Okay. Let me go through these. Oh, my chair is so squeaky. Sorry. It is my phone. Just Jackie. See, no, it was me. The chat was freezing, guys. Lisa, at least for me. Attention, exactly. Oh, I know a lot because I've been through some stuff, and people would look at me and say, no, you have not. And that's why I said in this lifetime, it's for me to be gone. This is it. But still enjoy my life here, still interact, and still work on the issues that I need to work on. But I think we all know, so we all know some things. And maybe I don't, that's okay. I won't even get into that. Okay, I'm done right there with you, Lisa. Oh, it has been going on. Yeah, it just totally froze. We have suffered enough. And a system that says suffering brings you greatness, I'm done with you. You're not feeding off me no more. And I can't force people to wake up to certain things. This is just my opinion. I have the feeling that we don't wake people up. People wake themselves up, and we nudge people. We trigger something in people. We plant seeds in people. And then it's like, because if I had the capability of waking people up, I would have woke a whole bunch of people up in 2007, 2008, when I started this journey. But those people still haven't woken up to these truths and systems that I have. So we don't have, so I forgot where I was going with that. I forgot where I was going with that. You see, that's been a long day. And standing up for yourself. Exactly. And you know, one thing I can say I appreciate about having to stand up against so many people in my physical life and also here on YouTube. My gosh, I'm really glad I had to do it with a whole thousands of people in my real life, because I've had to stand alone on YouTube with certain people. You know, it prepares you for that. And it prepares you to trust yourself. When the world is telling you and your heart is beating, I'm going to tell you, when everybody is against you and you're afraid, I was afraid. I'm supposed to get kicked out. I'm supposed to go to jail. They're supposed to send me to federal prison. I'm telling these, I'm not disrespecting my chain of command, but I'm talking to them in a stern way. I'm presenting facts. I'm showing this. And I said, they are going to send me to jail. But I'm standing here. Heart is beating. I'm alone. Nobody is coming to my defense. Not even the 4 or 5 people that were talking to me. It makes you stand alone. And then you realize you have the ability to stand alone, because at the end of it, you're going to be alone with everything that they might throw at us. You're going to be alone. And you got to realize, at least for me, that nobody's going to come and save me. Nobody's going to give me the correct answer. I have to trust myself in this moment. Even though everything is saying, go this way, my inner self is saying, go that way. Stand firm. Don't you move. You got to be able to hear yourself. I hope that makes sense. The bluff didn't work. Let's see. Okay, there we go. I think we're, oh no. Okay. Okay, open insane asylum. Let's see. That's right. You will either empower others when you empower yourself, or they will run from you. Exactly. That. Oh, I wish I could. Oh, boom. I wish I had the power to just light that up, because boom, boom, be gone. Man. Okay, guys. Not too much left. Okay. Okay, the purpose of letting go is not to erase emotions, but to acknowledge their presence and transform your relationship to them. Before I began healing, my fear was that sadness would always remain. But once I started embracing the truth, it became clear that yes, the sadness had emerged and may stay around for some time, but it simply would not last forever. And that's why I always say, embrace. Don't try to push your emotions and the things that you're going through under the rug. Don't try to run from you. I think I'm gonna I think it's like 15 minutes. I think I'm gonna premiere that tomorrow. There's some things that I really feel like will be beneficial for us as we travel this way moving forward in our healing journey, that I did a couple of years ago, that I did last summer, and I'm gonna start like premiering some of those. Anyway, but you can't run from you. You need to embrace those emotions, acknowledge that they're there. I see you. It's only temporary. You don't control me. I acknowledge I may need to cry. I may need to be angry. I may need to go scream in this field, but I'm letting it go. And that's that, you know? And you learn to move past it. Understanding that it was only passing through made it more tolerable for this person, less of a factor as I navigated my daily life. Being able to let go while a tough emotion is passing through helps us be okay with not being okay. And remember, it is okay to not be okay. Don't let people tell you you gotta be, you know. That's why I said the two extremes. You have the extreme who are just, everything is so light bright that you can't even wear a light gray sweater and they're going to be like, you're so negative. I hate you. Oh, I have to be all positive. Whatever. I can't deal with that. And you'll know how I feel. And I say, I function better. It is in my nature. I function better on the more positive end of the spectrum. And there's nothing, I'm not going to allow anybody to make me feel bad about that. That's just me. But then there are some people who function better at the lower end. But then you have people at the lower end of the spectrum, energy wise, that's like, oh my God, there is nothing good here. It is absolutely the pits. If you smile, you're part of the matrix. If you, heaven forbid that you have relationships, heaven forbid that you enjoy the sunset, heaven forbid that seeing children laugh in the park brings joy to your heart. You got to stay away from those extremes and be your balance. Letting go reaches deeper levels when your observation of what is happening inside of you is done with total acceptance for you. I'm not saying total acceptance of everybody around you, but the total acceptance of you within you. And when you remember that every part of life is not permanent, especially in the mind, adding more tension to the tension that is already there will not make things better. When you put yourself through the process of letting go, you gain greater access to the here and now. Ultimately, letting go is a mental state of clarity where you no longer cause yourself extra suffering. Understanding that you can benefit from letting go is critical, but the next step is finding your practice so that you can start your own deep healing work. Wanting to let something go and having the tools to support you in this process are two very different things. You can want to let go, you can want to heal, you can want all these things, but if there's no forward movement, you're not going to heal and you're not going to change. You're going to be looping in the same thing again. Saying I'm going to change, I'm going to do this, but wanting different results, but doing the same thing, looping the same type of way. This is for me, this and healing and all this other stuff, self-love is the best love, all that stuff goes hand in hand with the knowledge of this matrix system. For me, you can't have awareness about this without the awareness of the other. One or the other is going to shackle you or free you. Okay? Okay. Let me take a drink and let me go through the comments. Thank you, guys. Yeah, exactly. If you don't feel it now, it's gonna be. If you don't feel it now, honey, believe me, you go feel it later, and you go wish you had dealt with the feeling back then. Okay, and if we don't deal with it now on this side of life, you go deal with it on the other side. If you don't deal with it now, you're not gonna magically have some power. If you cannot overcome it and heal yourself now, you're not gonna overcome and heal and let go of energies on the other side. It's just not gonna happen. At least I think I don't see it happening. Wherever you go, there you be. That's right. You can't run from you. You might try to hide, but you are back. I am going to premiere that. It's like 15 minutes. You know, of these people. Exactly. I'm glad you said that, Mary. Exactly. And that's part of, and I think us looping, I think you're right. We get stuck instead of letting these things empower us in healing, and we get our empowerment from the healing. But when we continuously loop in these things, then we're playing in the victim mentality role. I agree with you there. I sure do. Thank you for being here, Tommy. Okay. When to let go. And when I'm speaking on this, I'm saying it's not just, it's letting go. Hold on, I gotta get a drink, guys. Hold on. Letting go is not just saying you got to let people go, even though you have to let people go. I've had to let people go. That's part of it. But letting go of toxic behaviors, toxic ways of thinking, thoughts being entertained, toxic ways of responding, toxic ways like people pleasing is toxic. Never saying no, it's toxic. And it can lead to mental health issues. It could lead to depression, you know, you get so burnt out. So we're not just talking about people. We're also talking about places. We're also talking about our environments. We're also talking about people, okay, and energies that we need to release. Okay. It's time to release emotional, energetic burdens when you realize that sadness, stress, worry, or anger deeply affect your mental, emotional state, especially when dealing with friendships, family, your partner, or someone you love, or even like your boss, even like your workplace. If clinging to the past has left you feeling drained and defeated, or where exhaustion outweighs your joy, letting go is crucial for you and for your well-being. Okay, and here is how many of these? 14. We have 14 things, and there's more than 14 things, and everybody and everybody's situation is different. But here are 14 things to let you know when it's time to let go of a person, let go of an environment, let go of a work situation. Take what resonates. Number one, someone expects you to be someone you're not. Someone wants you to be your authentic self. Someone doesn't like your authentic self. You know, put that back up there so I remember. Toxic people, okay? Number two, a person's actions don't match their words. Number three, you catch yourself forcing someone to love you. Number four, there is no growth that can be, and there's no growth in your friendship. There's no growth in your relationships, like partnerships. There's no growth or overcoming things. Even there's no growth in your job, you know? An intimate relationship is just based on physical attractions and the physical grown-up things. So if you're in a I don't know, that I don't think that would be a relationship, and all it is physical, and there's only the physical attraction. There's nothing else. That's the physical attraction is so surface level to me. Yeah, you gotta be attracted. I mean, it's nice to be attracted, but that's so surface level. If that's all y'all got, it's time to let that go. Because then there won't be no growth. There won't be any growth. Like number four. Someone continuously breaks your trust. Again, relationships, partners, lovers, spouse, family, friends, coworkers, your boss, your employees. They continually break your trust. Your worth and value is being overlooked and continuously taken for granted. Number eight, you are never given a chance to speak your mind. You're never given an opportunity to speak your voice and be your authentic you. Number nine, you are not comfortable being around someone. Number 10, you are frequently forced to sacrifice your happiness. Number 11, you truly dislike your current situation, routine, job, etc. Number 12, you are constantly living in the past, and that is where your happiness lies. You only find happiness with this person, with this friend, with this family member, with this spouse, with this lover in the past. You look to the past for the happiness. Number 13, there is no longer an alignment of the future or no shared vision. If you're not on the same page, and this could be friendship wise, you know, sometimes we grow out of friendships, and there's nothing wrong with that. Not just talking about relationships. If your friendships, you know, like, okay, for instance, I felt me and a couple of my old, I guess, previous friends don't communicate anymore. One, they were single and didn't have children. They want to go clubbing all the time, and that no longer aligned with, well, that I wasn't really a clubber anyway, but that definitely didn't align with me and me wanting to take care of my home, me wanting to take care of my children. Our values did not align, and we no longer had a shared vision for the future. So it's not just relationships, and it's very important in your relationship. I'm gonna tell you from experience, if you and your partner are not heading in the same direction, if you don't have clarity about the direction you're going, if y'all are not, don't share the same future, don't share the same vision for the future. I'm not saying it got to be identical, but hell, be on the same page, then that's going to be a problem. I'm speaking that from experience. Okay. Number 14, the energy, the person, place is toxic. Okay. So we are here. We are here at the quotes. Wow. We've been here an hour and a half. Okay, that's good stuff. Oh, I know that wasn't easy. That was not easy for me, and it wasn't comfortable the first week that I was trying that. It was very uncomfortable, but necessary. I'm glad that worked. Thank you. Mary, boom to the boom. Also, let's not lie to ourselves about who a person is. One of my favorite quotes. Y'all have heard me say this time and time again. I love Maya Angelou. When someone shows you who they are, let them show you who they are. Not, you see them for who they are, not for who you want them to be. I had a very big problem with that. I wanted to see, and it's and if they can't see the goodness in them, I wanted to see the good. You can do this, the goodness. They were pushing the goodness away. Sometimes you just got to see people for who they are and just be like, well, damn, I got to walk away. No, okay. That's good. Call for zero. I like that. All right. Okay. So we're caught up with that. Okay. Let's get to these quotes. We're almost done. We have quite a few quotes, though. This is a powerful. I didn't think this was going to be powerful, but I'm powerfully moved and motivated in this again as I'm talking to you guys about this. I am more so than ever focused on my healing, and my healing is so important to me. Because I find that when I'm wounded, I don't stand in my strength and power. And I fall back into, I start looping. I fall back into very to patterns that are not good for my well-being and not good for my progression forward, not good for the woman that I want to be, So this is very helpful for me. So I thank you guys. Thank you guys for allowing me to come here and express these things. These are thoughts that have been flowing for so long, questions, scenarios I've been playing in my mind. Is this? I just thank you guys for allowing me to have this space. Okay. Thank you. Let's see. Here we go. We're at the quotes. We're almost over, guys. Bear with me. There are things we don't want to happen, but have to accept. Things that we don't want to know, but have to learn. And people we can't live without, but have to let go. I've lived that. And that's hard. That is truly hard. Facing people that you love, that you care for, even though they haven't treated you well, but you love these people. You would lay down your life for these people. It takes so much courage. I never realized that right there, and walking away from people you love. That's one of the hardest things I ever had to do. So I agree with that. The hardest part about letting go is finally realizing that there wasn't much left to hold on to. Sometimes the hardest part isn't letting go, but rather learning to start over. It's a scary thing to start over, but it can happen. People get stuck in fear. People get stuck in being scared of the unknown. People will tell you, and then people will be used to try to sway your mind. You're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. How are you going to make it on your own, Sunkiss? How are you a stay-at-home? First of all, I want to get it. Don't get it twisted. I'm a stay-at-home mother. and I homeschool my kids, but I've always worked. I've worked since I was 15, and I was either working in the military, going to school, or I had two jobs. So it's not like I've never held it down. But then it's like after being at home being out of the workforce for so long, and you know, you hear somebody that's been kind of manipulating you, thinking you're not going to make it, or if you leave this person, nobody else is going to want to be with you. You're going to be a burden to somebody. You're not worth anything. It's better for you just to stay here. And then other people discouraging you. What's going to happen? And then you get scared. But then finally you take it and you just let go and say, for my own sanity and for me to stay alive, I've got to let these things go. Come what may. I can't have a plan. I'm learning that life doesn't go the way that I plan it. So I'm starting to just stop planning things. Because in the end, with me planning things, my heart gets broken. So I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. This has taught me to be less of a planner. So you have all these things kind of discouraging you from letting go. But you got to let go. And it's hard to start over from scratch. It is, but it can be done. One of the hardest lessons in life is letting go, whether it's guilt, anger, love, loss, or betrayal. Change is never easy. We fight to hold on and we fight to let go. We must be willing to let go of the life we've planned so as to have the life that is waiting for us. Joseph Campbell. Like always, some of these quotes, I have the people that quoted them and some of them I don't, so I'm sorry. Oh, let me catch up on the chat, guys. I'm sorry. Quote me some power. I love you, Lisa. Not easy, Brent. All right. Well, hey there, Heather. Beautiful day. I'm loving y'all's energy. I hope you're doing well. Everybody saying hey, hey, there we go. Let's see. It's hard. This live has been so empowering. Thank you, Sunkist. I've started over so many times. I know. I've started over so, oh my gosh. It's been empowering for me. I didn't think it was going to be, I didn't think it was going to be like this. Like I said, the ugly truth. Oops. That they are not what you thought or need is very painful. Yes, indeed. Yes. To realize that oh my gosh, that's a whole nother topic. That's one of the reasons why I have trust issues. Oh, trust issues. Isolation takes the power out of the pain. Boom, Mary. Oh, there we go. Okay. Hey, Maria, good to see you. Good to see you. Okay. We're just winding down, but it's been great. It's been very empowering. I tell you that much. It takes a lot more courage to let something or someone go than it does to hang on to it. Letting go doesn't mean ignoring a situation. It means accepting what is exactly as it is, without fear, resistance, or a struggle for control. Let it hurt, then let it go. I love that. I'm inspired to get a new tattoo. I'm sorry. Let it hurt, then let it go. Sometimes holding on does more damage than letting go. The next 5 or 6 quotes comes from Dr. Steve Maraboli. These quotes were very powerful to me. So, how would your life be different if you learned to let go of things that have already let you go? From relationships long gone, to old grudges, to regrets, to all the could have and should have, to the dead friendships you still hang on to. Free yourself from the burden of a past you cannot change. Oh my gosh. The first time I read that, I was crying. Letting go is to love yourself enough to look at the past with a different perspective. It is to accept that you can't change the past, but that you can change whether your perspective poisons or nourishes you. Oh, I love that. Just because you are available for a relationship doesn't mean that you are ready for one. And this goes for friendships as well. If you are not comfortable enough with yourself or with your own truth when entering a relationship, partnership, friendship, whatever, then you are not ready for that relationship. Don't make the other person suffer for your own lack of integrity or inability to embrace the truths of your life. I don't have the right to do that to people. That's why man, you can't force someone to care. You can only come to the realization that if you stay, they'll keep hurting you. I wish you the wisdom and courage to walk away and begin the healing process. That's a hard lesson I had to learn. It's really hard when you're like, I can't force somebody to care. And then here was a little shorter list of something of when it's time to let go. It's like 5. You are no longer surprised by their behavior. You're just exhausted. That's a reason to let go. You're holding on because you're afraid of the alternative. That's time to let go. You're making yourself small to make them comfortable. That's a big sign to let go. That goes with you're not being your authentic self. When you are not able to be your authentic self with someone, friend, lover, spouse, whatever, it's time to let them go. If they left you alone, if this person left you alone, you'd be relieved and happy. If you think that way, it's time for you to let them go. And if you constantly have to move your boundaries, but they don't, it's time to let you go. But you shouldn't move your boundaries for anybody. I'm having to learn that. You should never move your boundaries. People are either going to respect your boundaries, or you're going to have to say you got to bounce. You know, you gonna have to bounce for the better, for my well-being. You know, I'm not saying, you have to judge and gauge accordingly. Healing comes from gathering wisdom from past actions and letting go of the pain that the education cost you. Caroline Misses. Letting go. Sometimes you don't feel the weight of something you've been carrying until you feel the weight of its release. Oh my gosh. Sometimes you don't feel the weight of something you've been carrying until you feel the weight of its release. Sometimes letting go is the only way to heal. That's from livelifehappy.com. If the pain was deep, you will have to let it go many times. Holding on is believing that there is only a past. Letting go is knowing that there's a future. That's from Daphne Rose Kingma. Accept yourself, love yourself, and keep moving forward. If you want to fly, you have to give up what weighs you down. Roy T. Bennett. In the process of letting go, you will lose many. You will lose many things from the past, but you will find yourself along the way. Whoop, almost finished, guys. I didn't realize I had this many quotes, but okay. You don't always need a plan. Sometimes you just need to breathe, trust, let go, and see what happens. Boom. If you can't do anything about it, then let it go. Don't be a prisoner to things you can't change. Tony Gaskin. And I put a star by that. I actually just only found that quote this week. I wish I would have found that many years ago, but it's so true. I have got to learn, and this is something I'm learning myself. If I can't do anything about it, then I need to let it go. I can't hold my mind. I can't hold my heart, and I can't do all this stuff. It causing myself to be a prisoner of these thoughts, and there's nothing I can do about it. Okay, letting go is really truly freeing ourselves. And I put this quote in here. This is one of my favorite quotes. It's from Bob Marley. Let's see. Wow. Oh no, I forgot where I was. Okay. Let's see. Maria. Okay. There we go. There we go. Do it your way. Yeah, they hit deep. And when I read them and reread them, it's like I don't know, it hits me all over again. And it's good to come back, you know? Let's see. Okay. Dang, that's deep then, Britt. These quotes make water in my eye. Okay. What was the weight of the release quote again? That was deep. Okay, let me go back to that one. I got you, JJ. Let's see. Oh, letting go. Sometimes you don't feel the weight of something you've been carrying until you feel the weight of its release. There you go, JJ. That was for you. Yes. Okay. This is by Bob Marley. And well, it's a quote that he got from Marcus Garvey, but he put it in his song. And so that's where I first heard it. But it's originally from Marcus Garvey, and Bob Marley later put it into his song. So I'm quoting his song. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. And I want to take it deeper than mental slavery. I want to take it deeper than mental slavery. It's not only, my pen just broke. Okay. It's not only emancipating ourselves from mental slavery, the slavery of the system. We have to emancipate ourselves and free ourselves from the system. And by doing that, we have to emancipate and free ourselves of the pain and trauma and the manipulation of those things that they use against us, you know? So we have to do that starting here and now. We have to face that battle head on now. So we won't have to worry about facing it in the spiritual plane. In my opinion, nobody can free you. Only you can free yourself. Only you can free yourself. Let go of all these things keeping you from healing and truly being the powerful being you are, keeping you from truly tapping into you. And the only thing, seriously, keeping you from you is you. The only thing keeping me from me is me. Not stepping into the healing, not stepping into the work, saying, I'll do this next year. I'll do this in 2 weeks. I'll worry about this shame and trauma in a little bit. I'm gonna push it in the back burner. I'm gonna put it under the rug. That's the problem. We've been putting it under the rug too long. Okay. If you keep doing that, if I keep doing that, we're going to keep looping in this life, and then we're going to end up right back here singing the same song. We can talk about it, but are you going to be about it? And so for me, these energies, these entities, these freaking parasites, these whatever, I can show you better than I can tell you. I can show you by doing the work and healing myself and diving into myself and trusting myself and igniting my own power better than me talking all the time. I'm talking about me, son, kids talking all the time. That's one thing I learned from my grandpa, my pawpaw. I can show you better than I can tell you. And I've had to use that in my life with people in situations that you have to let go of. Some people don't think that you will ever walk away. Some people think that you will always be there. And so sometimes you have to show people better than you can tell them. And sometimes you have to show energies better than you can tell them. So there we go. I have one little note. Okay. Yes, we talked about this. We gather, and as we're about to close up here, I want us to remember that we gather here, we come here, we go to other platforms together. We gather, we build together. We are stronger together, and collectively, it truly helps to heal. It's truly empowering having other beautiful souls, beautiful beings energetically intertwined with me, and they have an understanding of where I'm coming from. I totally understand that, but that iron sharpens iron. But when it's all said and done, I will face my battles by myself. I'll have to face my healing right now. Like, I'm not going to be on here like y'all are, I'm going to share these things, but the deep, dark, dirty, the probably me crying, the ugly cry, that way. I need my t-shirts for the ugly cry. That ugly cry I'm going to do, not dripping. I can't believe I'm looking at this part of myself. I don't want to see it. I don't want to know it. No, I need to see it. I need to know it. I need to heal myself. I need to forgive myself. I'm going to be doing that by myself. You're going to be doing that by yourself. And when it's all said and done, and I take my last breath in this body and I go to the other side of the matrix, I'm going to be doing that by myself. So it's good that we come together, but we got to get to a point where we can be a soldier by ourselves, and I can stand secure by myself. I used to hate in the military. They used to say this in training. There is no I in team. Something in me would always resist, and I would whisper to myself, or I say within myself, there ain't no dang I, but there sure is a me. So it's good to be a team, but eventually it's just gonna be me. So I gotta learn, as we empower each other, I gotta learn to empower myself. I gotta learn to light myself up. I gotta pump myself up. You know how people gotta get pumped up when they're, I'm starting a fitness program, whatever. Yes, you pump me up, but I gotta pump me up. Okay? So that's all I wanted to say. I believe in me, I believe in you, and I believe in we. And I know we got this. Y'all, I'm going to go through the last bit of I did it again. Okay, no, I didn't. Through the last bit of this. He does have great quotes. He really does. There we go. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And standing and advocating. People are like, he was this, he was that. Take your rose petals and leave the thorns at the door. Take what ignites you and sets you on fire and motivates you to be a better you, for you to go deeper in you, for you to heal you, for you to understand you, and leave the thorns. Stop nitpicking all the time, everybody. Freedom, okay? Yes. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much, Discog. Thank you. More you love yourself, the less BS you put up with. Okay, thank you. Boom, right there, Maria. Because you know your worth, and you like, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for the BS. And I'm 40 years old. I'm not fixing to put up with all the stuff that I put up with for 40 years of my life for the next 40 years. No, ma'am. No, sir. I totally agree with that, Maria. Oh, okay. Much love to you, Gretchen. I have to go. This is a mainstream. Thank you so much. Oh, much love to you, Gretchen. Thank you for being here. Y'all allow me talking myself through the day. Girl, I was talking to myself. I was empowering myself earlier. My daughter came in there. She was like, Mom, did you call me? I was like, girl, I'm talking to myself. Get out of here. Sometimes you got to talk to you, to empower you, to encourage you, to pour into you. Because ain't nobody else go do it. So you talk to yourself. Okay. All right, Lisa. Oh, I love it. All right. Oh my gosh. So funny. Oh my God. Two legs to carry one, not many. Dang, Mary. Yes. Okay. Good work. So, okay. Tell yourself good work. Because ain't nobody else go do it. Like Farrah said, like she inspired me to buy myself some flowers a couple of streams back. Thank you for that. You got to do it for you. Don't wait on nobody to do it. Do it for you. Heal for you. Love for you. Change for you. Okay, so anyway, there we go. Like I said, be looking for, that's it. Be looking for Sundays. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do a test run this Sunday, Sunday morning for me around like 10 or 11 a.m. Central Texas time, and just little articles that I want to go over. Like this is the first one, like 10 things you don't owe anyone an explanation for. And these small articles also will help us along the way on our journey. I want to dig deeper into talking about relationships. I've been saying this for the past year that I want to talk about relationships. I might do that for a Sunday morning thing, you know. So we will see. We're going to give it a test run. Tomorrow, I'm probably going to premiere that You Can't Run From You video. Hold on. And that's that. I have posts coming out. And I also have shorts. And then Thankful Thursdays. And everybody, please bear with me. Don't take it personal. If I don't get to you, I'm going to try to get to everybody. I appreciate everybody. I'm looking at comments, or I'm looking at conversations. I'm looking at things that I've had offline with certain people. And, and then I'll go accordingly. But know that I appreciate you guys so much. Y'all have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. There's comments. And every time when I think I start talking, hey, making butterflies, beautiful day. Jocelyn, I've been listening the whole time. Just now, can you use my hand? Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you so much, mamas. Y'all have a beautiful rest of your weekend. I am going on a date. Okay, I'm just gonna go on a date. Okay, it's not that type of date. I'm just my middle baby girl. We just have a mama-daughter date. Okay, she's not feeling too well, so she stayed with mommy. And these are the best dates of my life. Okay. So I'm gonna spend some time with her, and that's gonna have a great night. So you guys have a great night, wonderful weekend. I'm gonna try to premiere that video sometime tomorrow afternoon. Look for I forgot what it's called. Sunkiss Talking. Look for on Sunday. What is it called? That is so sad. Sunday Coffee Chats with Sunkiss. And just look for the post and the shorts and Thankful Thursdays. And of course, I will be here next Friday around the same time, and we're fixing to talk about trust issues. We are about to get deep. It's about to be heavy. If you feel like it's going to trigger something in you, don't tune in. But if you're ready to be triggered, if you're ready to really dive deep, if you're really ready to really start healing and growing, then tune in. There we go. Much love. Thank you guys for being here. Access, Lisa, Making Butterflies, Discog, Farrah, Britt, Maria. Y'all have a beautiful night. Thank you guys. Access, I think Dom earlier, Lisa, Gretchen, making sure I'm saying JJ, of course, Britt, Tommy, I'm trying to remember, Mary, Homestead, Heather. Okay, I think that was it. That Call for Zero, that wrote something in the chat, and all that watched, all those people who may have watched in the shadows. Much love to you guys. Okay. All right. Bye-bye.